probably will not be watching throughout this whole time, but this. Thing there that tells you that, you know, you're free to actually kind of make, and you can actually do it. And I'm also testing a little bit of a chat that might kind of work for this. Might have made it so it's a little easier company test playlist, just because this is kind of where this thing belongs. But while I'm doing this, you're free, if anyone... Yeah, we're going to be playing this game called What Remains of Edith Finch. If I can remember, I'm not sure if I think we kind of missed the opening here, because I was a little distracted in trying to get this thing set up, and apparently just whoop. But we're gonna, by luck, the major story isn't going to be missed here, and what I kind of wanted to go over. So if any of you decide to are listening in later or during this, I'm fine with you putting in your theories and your ideas here. I'm probably doing that throughout this game anyways. As I said, this is kind of a test for some different features. But it's also so I can have some fun expressing one of my favorite games. I'm not going to kid you. This is one of my favorites. This is one of the few games that actually can make me cry. It is one of the few, and that's only if I'm in that mood for it. Well, the fact that I'm in this quite a bit of pain here, that kind of works out well. I've learned to this point, even if it feels like someone's stabbing you in the gut, just go with it. And find some other way to deal with it. And this is one thing that just... Even when I'm having the worst day ever, just playing this is nice and calming. Even if you can see very clearly Lily's there, that is a 50-50 meaning. But knowing anyone knows me probably knows what that means. I know I'm kind of blabbing on a little bit with this, but I don't have to go set up and set its test, so I feel a little more free. But so far what we've missed is that we're on a boat. So it looks like a ferry, and it's very misty out here. We saw the title. I think that's when we heard, you know, it's from Annapurna and Giant Sparrow Studios. These are two really good studios. They have some interesting games behind their belts. Once I'll go and play, if they have a game, I'm more likely to play it, just because they have something of an interesting indie feel to them. So throughout this game, it is... I'll explain just enough that we can get through it. There are some mysteries that lie in this game, and in all honesty, they're not meant to be solved. But I would like to see if one theory could work, kind of idea. So trying to figure out what might be the strongest theory to what there is, rather than trying to solve the actual mystery. And I kind of go with the idea that this game is never meant to be solved. So don't get frustrated if you can't figure out what's going on. It's a mystery. But there are some things that maybe we can figure out, or we can get the best theory for, and I'd rather have somebody else balancing me out. But trying to get my mother to do this, she is the one who loves her mystery novels. She's the one person I know in the world who she knows every mystery novel, and these kind of things are right up her alley. She's not in for this. The only other thing I could get her, if I had a hidden object here, I could get her. But otherwise, I have to work with what I got. So, if anybody here has any ideas, feel free to comment. I don't know as much as I may act like I do. So, yep, feel free to comment. So, during this, I'm going to actually just start playing in a few seconds here. As I said, feel free to comment. We're going to see, there might be a little chat that'll go on, so when you type, I might actually get something from that. I do not have my cell phone on hand, so it will require you chatting if you decide to watch. And yeah, if you have it onto the comments, and I will be able to react to that as well. So I can react later to those. But while I'm feeling not at my best, let's give a shot to one of my favorite games. Alright. Let's have these little hands here open a very interesting book. I love controlling these hands.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do, normally I go straight into the story, but I'm going to teach some of you guys a little trick that you may not know. It took me a long time before I learned I could do this.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Well, whoever put it in made sure that it wasn't for driving. I get a car through that.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Well, maybe we should have a good look at that house. I'm not sure who's watching. Hey. Again, I'm just right now doing a test gameplay here. This isn't anything serious. Of course, I could be watching myself. This is nothing serious, and if this is so certain someone needs Scott, yeah. Yeah, I thought that would happen. It's not the big secret for Scott. That's coming later. Right now, just going over my favorite game.
I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half of the rooms.
If anyone's free to still join in, I just am kind of giving some tests to these things. And yes, it is a very giant house. Alright, just gonna open that up a little bit.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Makes me wonder, how's this property still here and not, already sold off? Have that many bills not paid. Of course, the what? So maybe we have to first figure out what year we're currently dealing with. Okay. I always love it. So one of the things I love about this game is you're going to have beautiful text effects. Now I'm going to try to keep quiet throughout most of this. At least this opening section, because a lot of this game is based off ambience. And I love the ambience that's here. It's beautiful, serene, very simple. I can't help it, I love it. Oh, why is it so much my favorite game? I don't know. So, again, made independently. And this is what...
My mother left me a key that didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, so if there was somebody watching, I'd actually ask them which path to take. Uphill or downhill. So one of the things about this game is there are times where you can get optional text. You can take an optional path. There are rooms that there are literally stories you can skip. But, yeah, I'm going to be taking the upper path at this point since I have nobody really commenting. Not the lower. Just trying to give my phone enough time to kind of charge up a little bit. And I'm sorry I keep flicking around my hair. I just do that naturally. It's fun to flick. You watch. Woo! Oh, it's funny. On this camera, it actually looks like I have a bit of a red hair. No dyes, not in that. As I think that this camera kind of makes it look like you have red in there. But yeah, you have a downhill path and an uphill path. As I said, we're going to deal with some mysteries, but give me a second here. I'm also going to be getting my phone. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be a little boring here. And let you enjoy the atmosphere. Again, I wish I had a second brain here for this game. This game needs 2 brains. Yes, and I have a blanket. I'm not feeling that great, so I feel better. Ah, there we go. Nice and cozy. Which, again, some of this game is going to get you that feeling. I cannot express how weird this game is to me. It's simple, but you can hear it. It's simple, quiet, but looking at the details, it's deeper than it may first appear. It goes beyond the simplicity of the gameplay. So as I said, I'm taking the upper path, and then I'm going to be quiet at this point, unless something happens.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Where? Because I'm not really seeing him. She must have magic vision or something. I have never seen the footprints that she's talking about. I am not Tracker. Anyone sees them, you're free to say that. Okay, for the 2 joining, there's nothing really to this. I'm just doing a kind of a test play, but also, people who want to go and solve mysteries, feel free to join in. But otherwise, this is just a... Oh no. Okay, nobody has a car, right? Nope, no cars here? Please let there be no cars. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of testing out the system a little bit, but I'm also trying to figure out what's going on with this, because every time I play this game, I have to try to figure it out. And I'm going to now approach my greatest enemy. Well, at least my family's greatest enemy. I have cayenne pepper, and you best not get near it, Buster. If you do anything stupid, yeah, you better run. You better run. Never come back here. I never want to see your little butt again. Y'all know what happens if you dang stinking mess with me. Y'all know it. Yeah, I have issues with deer. Let's just say I learned the one thing that gets rid of them. Cayenne pepper! I don't care if I have to bring your mouth out for it.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Okay, gonna take it just nice and slow around here.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Yeah, I think it's the only one that does. Hello? I'm not sure who you are, because unfortunately that's an unfamiliar screen name to me. And at least now I know that one of my features here doesn't work. Stated, I'm just doing a test run of my system on this.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Alright, congratulations to you. Sounds like I have the person here I'd be interrupting, so I have to end this test. Hello.